Well, the football season is over for Muscatine, but for the team's manager, the Muskie's final game last Friday is one he will never forget. Andrew Ward joins us now with more.
Sharon, everyone has those moments so special they are forever etched in their memory. For Cameron Christensen, senior night was one of those moments, not just because it was his final high school football game, but because of how easily it could have never happened. The sun sets on a Friday night in Muscatine, and as the lights turn on, Cameron Christensen straps in for the first time.
That's what I've been wanting to do my entire life, and now I'm getting this chance that, I never thought would come true.
But to understand how Cameron got here in full uniform for the first and final time as Muscatine's manager, you have to go back to when he was just 2 years old.
My parents were noticing that when I was going to the bathroom, I was having blood in my urine, it was extremely red. Cancer, what's called a Wilms tumor on his right kidney. Just 500 kids are diagnosed with it each year, and surgery was a must.
It was a little bit of a process to get it diagnosed, but when they did, it was heartbreaking. It's not something you expect.
The tumor and the kidney were removed, and the cancer went away, only to return when he was 4, and then again when he was 6.
I lost it. 3 times. How do you overcome something like that?
Cameron spent his days at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital, most of them blurring together, sometimes not knowing if the next one would come.
I had realized at that point that, this is something that's very serious, and, you don't know what could happen. You might go to sleep, and then during the middle of the night, something goes wrong, and you might not be there the next day.
He asked me one day, "Mom, am I going to die?" What do you say? I just had to say, you know what, Cameron, we're doing good today. We just got to work on today. We'll see what tomorrow is. Because I didn't have an answer. But we're 10 years out now, so he's doing pretty good. It's a good thing.
It will be 11 years soon, cancer-free. But he's reminded every day of the impact it's had, not being able to play physical sports without his kidney, though he's always kept football in his life.
It is a little bit disheartening at times, but the friendship and connections I make and the brothership that we have together has what's kept me coming back.
Cameron has become the big man on campus at Muscatine, homecoming king, marching band, football manager, touching lives wherever he goes.
I've never seen him in a bad mood, which really makes me feel better. Just seeing the smile on his face makes me a lot happier during my day.
He's one of the best guys that I know, for sure. He's super caring. He listens, and he's not conceited like a lot of other people are at this age. He's very mature.
And last week, leading up to Muscatine's final game of the season for senior night, football coach Jake Mueller wanted to honor Cameron.
You want to dress out with us? Yeah!
Letting him be a player for a team he had inspired all season.
It was a very special night, and all I could say was, yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
The way he would have liked to have had things go maybe hasn't been the way, but that hasn't stopped him from, having success and having positive things happen for him, and I think that's a great lesson for our guys to see that firsthand.
1, 2, 3, get strong! So back to that Friday night, Cameron ran onto the field in full pads, caught a couple passes, and fired up his team. 1, 2, 3, all the while knowing this was the last time he'd experience this, and he's okay with that.
How are you so positive?
I don't know. I always just have had that kind of disposition about me.
I guess the positivity comes from that, is just owning the fact that he had cancer, and we're just gonna keep moving forward.
What's forward? Hopefully medical school, and maybe to the Children's Hospital, back to the place where his life changed forever.
He wants to give back. He wants to take care of other kids and make them feel like he did when he was up there and the good treatment that he received. And he wants to do that for them too.
That's another thing that I am proud or that I'm happy that cancer showed me is that, you know, it showed me my path of what I want to do for the future and my ability of achieving something like that.
Cameron still sees an oncologist regularly. There was a scare his last screening, but thankfully he still remains cancer-free.